it's my honor and privilege to welcome you to an Exchange for Media dialogue as part of the Exchange for Media content, the Content Festival, the Festival of Content, where we brought brand owners, business owners, agency owners, and media companies to be able to plan the future. Today we have a special guest who's like a valedictory to this three-day event. We have Mr. R.S. Sodhi, who's no stranger to the audience that is tuned in today. Mr. R.S. Sodhi is the MD of the Gujarat Cooperative Milk Federation, which is popularly known as AMUL. Welcome, Mr. Sodhi. We spoke to you 2 months back. In the last 2 months, things have improved. Give a sense of how are we doing today versus maybe 6 to 8 weeks back?
Well, Anuragji, thank you very much for inviting again to speak to your viewers or audience. It's always a privilege to come on the Exchange for Media platform and talk and share our experience. As for the last one, more or less at normal. When the lockdown declared, panic buying, then reduction, then going up. Now things are normal. The sectors which have been impacted more, mainly the HoReCa segment, are out of home consumption like ice cream and beverages. But that is gradually coming up. HoReCa, I can say, is 25 to 30% sales come back. Still 60-70% has to come. Out of home consumption products are like ice creams or the beverages. In case of beverages, we are reached to the more or less same level because more in household. And ice cream also, I can say 70 to 80% we have come back. Now, still 20 to 30% minus is there. But in case of milk, I mean, production was not problem, logistic was not problem for a single day. Our whole distribution was working. That is also not a problem. So we were more or less normal, but you can say now it is better.
Okay, that's an optimistic note to start the conversation with. You and Amul have been very, very busy. There may be people who use this time to catch up on movies, be at home. But I know that Amul and you personally, leading Amul, have been very busy. Right at the start, when the lockdown happened, you made a video and you shared it with the nation that the Amul supplies will continue to be normal. What made you do that? And after you released the video, what is the kind of response and sentiment you got?
Well, Anurag, that was decided on the spur of the moment only, because as soon as 8:30, our Honorable Prime Minister finished his speech on 24th of March. My wife said, "Sir, tomorrow everything will be closed. Why don't you get something for our home also? Some dahi, paneer, butter, ghee, because everything will be closed because that was declared." But although he said, he said that essential commodities will be allowed and milk, we knew that it is there and we had planned it about 2 weeks back only. But Home Minister said you have to do it. So I walked to the nearest Amul parlor, just 6-7 minutes walk. When I reached there, I was surprised. The parlor was more or less empty. Lot of people already standing there. I thought I'll be the first because I live very near. But I could get only 200-gram packets of butter and 2 packets of 200 gram of dahi, nothing else. Then after that, I realized that if this is my condition in Anand and people have started panicking buying, it must be happening all over India. And then meanwhile, I had started getting lot of messages and nothing on my WhatsApp and other, that whether Amul will be available, milk will come or not in Delhi, Bombay, lot of officials also calling. So then I thought what's best is we have to communicate immediately. So I reached home. Instead of talking to the individual people, I said, my wife, you take this mobile, I'll take my video. So I gave a video of 1.5 minutes in which I said that Amul milk and all other products will be available because it is allowed under essential product category. we are buying milk, we are processing milk, and we are distributing milk. And immediately that video we send to all the channels in social media. And next day it was in all the newspaper and channels that milk will be available. So please, there should not be any need of any panic buying. So that really worked hard, and it has given confidence to the people that milk is a very, very essential part of food will be available. So that really helped us, and we were, it is not that we only said, we ensured also that it is available by talking to all our production and logistic team. So it was available, not a single liter drop in sale of milk or any other product happened next day.
Beautiful. So the reason I asked this question, it shows resilience. It shows, thinking on your feet and go to market, not in a traditional sense, go to market, but using common sense to make business decisions. Sometimes they say common sense is the most uncommon thing. Most stated that it is not necessarily the most uncommon thing. Coming back, Amul has become a case study for businesses on how to stay relevant during a crisis of this nature. While most brands were, so to say, dumbing down on their budgets of marketing, advertising, you doubled up your budgets on television, on news television, on almost all platforms that were being consumed. So, and you've seen the dividend of that. Tell us the thought process behind that, and what is the kind of results you've seen. You already talked about how demand in certain categories are coming back, like Eureka. You talked about ice cream, you talked about milk, and you've shared that in all other categories, the demand has been almost similar to the demand pre-COVID. So tell us the business impact of this marketing and advertising decision during the lockdown.
Anuragji, well, you see, advertising or brand building is nothing, but it is communication to your stakeholders. I mean, you are communicating to all the stakeholders of the business, like in our C2C, cow to consumer business, we have the stakeholders like milk producers, with whom we communicated what are the precautions to be taken 2 weeks before the lockdown declared. Other stakeholders are logistic partner, our processing people, our distributor, dealers. So we communicate with them through various emails or the WhatsApp and other things. But consumer, you communicate because of the large numbers scattered through advertising media. And well, you see, Amul is a 74 years old brand. And now we have got a third generation consumer who are with us. Their grandfather, grandmother was the consumer, and it has passed to them. And they are like our family members. And when you are in stress or distress, need of communication increases. You don't say, I will not communicate because you are also under stress and I'm. So we felt need to communicate. And second is we also realized that this is a time when everybody is at home. I give you example of my home, fourth generation. My father, my family, my wife, my daughter and son-in-law, and my granddaughter Myra. We all four generations sitting before TV watching. And naturally, when you sit with the family, you watch some program which are suitable for everybody working. So family being. So we had realized that much before the lockdown declared, because already lockdown was already declared in other parts of the world, China, Spain or the Italy, and we were watching. So we were expecting this thing. So we had already prepared that this is the best time to advertise. First thing is that. Second, we realized that suddenly there is a drop in advertisements on the TV. People are not advertising thinking there is no sales. But let me tell you, sales promotion is different and brand building is different. Sales promotion is technical and you want immediate result. Brand building is basically buying assets. And you like to buy any asset when prices are minimum. Aapko Bombay mein you want to buy a flat when it's the minimum. And it is not for 1 month or 2 months. It is going to be for decades. Brand building is going to stay with your generation. So when advertisement spots or the sponsorship of program are Well, very, very bargain price. So we thought, why not buy it double? So in fact, about 10 days back, we were sitting with our media agent partners and we said, "Ki this is the time to invest. So let us bargain with all the channels and others and get a good bargain." And then we also realized which are the things one should advertise, because people are definitely watching more and more news. So let us 3-4 times increase the spend of the news. Then we thought, why not go for family viewing program or the series like we came to know that this Doordarshan has announced the epic Ramayana and the Mahabharata. So we thought it's a good opportunity, and we got a good deal, and we advertised and we got very good benefit. Let me tell you, it was a jackpot.
Naturally.
It
But
was
you
a
know,
jackpot.
I have this saying that I learned from a friend of mine, that the only jobs one has to go and play the slot machines with all energy. You automatically hit a jackpot. I mean, there is a chance
Yes.
you make, and you hit it. You were in the play.
No, no, it is true that when we bought this program, it was a good bargain, but we never expected the results will be such. I mean, people are talking today about IPL. We
Right,
got 10 times more viewership than the final of the last IPL
right,
at 1/10 of the price.
right.
So it was a 100x benefit. So it is a jack.
Fantastic. There's some more questions coming in, but I'll take them in the end. Let me ask you the questions we kind of put forth as editorial team to you. My third question to you is, you've done all this. Luckily, you've been able to serve the people. You've been able to keep the business going. Business going also means livelihoods going. There is a huge supply chain, which is,
Yeah, yeah.
so to say, milkmen and so on and so forth, cooperatives and the people who are part of those cooperatives. Now tell me, what are your top 3 learnings of the pandemic? What have you learned in the last 4.5, 5 months that will hold you instead throughout your life?
I think one thing which has really given us a lot of confidence and the biggest learning, not only for the COVID, overall business, that is invest in relationship building and
Beautiful.
look for the
Invest in relationships and relationship building. Beautiful.
yeah. And you see, I mean, like I said in the beginning, the whole supply chain, we thought this is the best to invest in relationship. So we invested in building relationship with the biggest stakeholders of about 36 lakh farmers. I mean, we continue to buy milk, which is a source of livelihood for the poor farmers having 2 or 3 animals, 80% on landless and marginal farmers. When everybody was talking no wages, no earning, farmers were earning same money, same price. I mean, if I give you data, during 130 days, last 4 months or 10 days, we have given more than 17,000 cash in the hands of the farmers. I mean, it is around 2,500 crore more than usually we pay because we got extra milk.
Right.
So, and we build relationship with the other like logistic partners. We started because it was a difficult time. We started paying cash to the drivers and the cleaner on the dock, dairy dock,
Right.
when they were taking milk from that place, providing them food. Similarly, all our employees we started paying 25 to 30% more. All distributors, because they are also taking risk. So distributors are also given extra incentives for performing during coffee. So this really helped us. Okay, here is a company, here is a brand which takes care of me when I'm in district. Second, I've also told you that biggest learning was I told you importance of communication that I have told you. Third, I think is the biggest learning which has given us is that during this COVID, is that
Sorry.
that is very important for any business. If you really want to become big like we are 52,000 crore big business, but don't put your eggs in the one basket. That is multi. So we were very happy that we had multi-production basis. So if Bombay was little bit impacted because of initial labor, there were other plants to work where we could absorb milk. Multi-products. I mean, ice cream was not going. So we had no exclusive ice cream plant. I mean, there are number of brands who are only, so their total plant, workforce, executives, so everybody was sitting at home, there's no work. So, but we had more business of milk or dahi or paneer or cheese. So we shifted all the resources and milk to that. So multi products. Then multi channels. I mean, what are the channels? General trade, modern trade, e-commerce, Horeca. So when Horeca was zero, modern trade has initially were not working, but because of a very well penetration into general trade as well as the e-commerce, we could get much more business. What we lost in Horeca, much more business we got in general trade or e-commerce. And also from employees and multitasking. I mean, people are working from home and few people are coming. So if we have got people with the more multitask skills, it is always. But these are the few learnings which we have learned, and no doubt the biggest learning which that is true for not for us, for everybody, the confidence and trust on remote working, remote meeting, remote Zoom or other talks.
Beautiful. I think you summed up very well what I would have also learned. There are some commonalities, but I love the relationship part because I think that covers everything. The relationship with buyer, consumers, relationship with media partners, relationship with media companies, relationship with the cooperative, relationship with employees. So I think you covered it all. But that's my most important. And you rightly said that, you know, having a portfolio that can cater to what is needed now. And so even if you saw dips in certain part of your product portfolio because of the nature of the product, nothing to do with you, there could be other products that made up for that. So having a portfolio that can serve the needs of consumers in such time matters, and, you know, diversifying that portfolio. I want to ask you last two questions before I bring in the audience. Mr. Sodhi, you already talked about what you learned during the pandemic. Now, brands, some brands, and in some categories, rightly so, took a pause because their categories were inactive. But what is the lesson for brands in terms of marketing, advertising, media? The importance of digital, you're really omni-channel. You referred in your console also that you use digital B2C, people are ordering products on the website. But tell us about marketing. You know, brand Amul is a very vibrant brand. It's a very trusted brand. It's a very respected brand. Tell us in the last 4 or 5 months, from a brand and a marketing perspective, what are your key takes?
Well, as a Amul brand, I think the confidence during this COVID period on a brand has increased, which were visible, available at a very affordable price. So we have seen during COVID, one thing is that the brands which are trustworthy and really gain maximum. And also, you talk about the social media or digital, but that is also a very big, I can say, invention. No doubt, we were increasing yearly our spend and focus on social media or digital advertising. But during this lockdown or COVID period, there was also a jackpot in that. Let me tell you, we had never thought of that. Right. We saw that everybody is sitting at home. And what are they talking about? Food. Food mein kya? Ki breakfast, what to make, who will make, lunch, what recipe, where to see it, and then how to show it on my picture and send the picture on WhatsApp to all my members. So that time with a lot, because of Horeca closed, lot of experts, skilled chefs are sitting idle. So we thought, why not connect the chefs with the consumer? So what we started is live recipe with the help of Facebook, where we invited all the chefs available, most of them, not only in India, you name the country, all Middle East, USA, Italy, Japan, France, Malaysia, Japan, any country, all chefs, around 1,000 chefs, sorry, 2,000 chefs have come on our show for more than 1,000 recipes. And it was for 113 or 14 days we ran. And this is the, let me tell you, this is the world record of live recipe show where we got viewership of 766 million.
Almost 800 million.
I mean, till now, still 766 big. Each show had few million viewers, and this was the show. Practically, I say we didn't spend anything. It was chefs were volunteering because they wanted to have fans and other thing, and they had the skills. Consumers wanted to have it, and we just connected it on the social platform. And I say the type of brand image we got out of that tremendous. I mean, type of feedback we are getting now. The same 766 viewers. I mean, you will surprise you. There are more than 80,000 viewers in Brazil, and leave it at Middle East. More than 60,000 viewers in Japan, and there are lakhs of viewers in USA, Europe. I mean, these are the countries. A lot of Indians are there, but people from other countries also participated. So that has really given us another second jackpot after Ramayana and Mahabharata.
Fantastic. As I said, my last two questions I've already asked one. You've already talked about the business. You talked about the brand in digital. You talked about omni-channel. Tell us, what are the things that you miss most in this scenario? I know you discovered remote working, flexi working. You discovered not traveling, doing virtual meetings. But what is it that you miss most? Because I'm sure why we are doing what we are doing, but we are not used to that, right? So we're doing it with no choice.
Yeah. What I miss most is the walking from shop to shop, meeting few retailers on the shop, seeing the shop, what is the front, what is the back side, what new products have come, how consumer is coming to the shop, how she is buying, what decision she is taking, or going early morning at 6 o'clock in the shop to see how milk and dahi is sold, what retailers are, I mean the outlet standing on the road facing problem. But these are the things which you learn only when you be in the market. No doubt we have tried to cover up with dozens of meetings with our field force, with our distributors. I mean, across India, we usually have our Zoom meeting with our distributors just to understand what is happening on the ground. But practical, going to the type of kick and confidence you get when you walk shop to shop or meet retailers, talk to him, have a cup of tea there, you really, really miss it.
Thank you so much. I want to end and really bring in all the audience comments and questions. There are 7 on the Q&A and there are another 3 comments. I just want to, this session is called Exchange for Media Conclave, Reimagining Marketing, Reimagining Business. So if you have to, you already take, but if you have to reimagine your business post-COVID, as they say, AC and BC, before COVID and after COVID, how would you reimagine business?
Raji, I had told you what are the things, what now learning has been made. Based on learning and whatever feedback is, so reimagining is now business. One thing is then, especially in the food, consumer is going to buy more and more packed and branded food.
Wow.
One is that. So we have to find the categories, which are the categories where still consumer is looking for branded packed product and they are not got that. Like with the 2 product categories which we have identified during COVID, and we have started investments also. One is the mithai, peda, barfi, kalakan, rabdi. So already we have planned 3-4 plants all over India. We will be making fresh mithai with 30 to 40 days shelf life, packed hygienically and branded and available across India. Second product category which we have identified, which has got immense potentiality, is also dairy or milk fat based bakery. I mean, no doubt in a small way we have started butter cookies, etc. But we have found people are looking now more brand. I mean, during COVID, consumer want trustworthy packed branded food products. One is that. Tier 2, tier city, small packs, branding, because their loose or unbranded is not selling. So there it has increased. The other category which we have found, which is helping in business, immunity boosting products. During this COVID, we have launched no doubt about more than 35 new products. Out of that, half of that immunity based products. I mean, haldi, tulsi, or ginger, or ashwagandha, or even for the temples, panchamrit. Instead of giving that panchamrit on hand, you can get a septic pack of small like creamer you get in the airlines. Similarly, we have launched 3-4 types of ice creams also based on haldi or other immunity boosting products. So I think after hello, हाँ अनुराग जी आपका म्यूट हो रखा है. Hello.
No, I
हाँ,
can
now
hear
I
you.
can.
I can hear you. I'm listening.
Now I can.
I'm also
Yeah.
seeing the comments, so I'm listening.
Okay.
In fact, there was a question about Amul has been founded on innovation. What innovation have you done? So you've kind of taken us through some innovation in products. You saw the need, and so I'm just seeing all that.
No. Innovation product is what is the one side of the business which I said 35 new products launched, and that is mainly. Let me tell you, innovation or creativity increased during the lockdown period tremendously. There are two reasons. First, because you are less stressed. Because generally I used to travel 10 to 12 days minimum in a month to the various locations. That is not there. So you are in head office. So is the case your all the colleagues, various heads of the various business. So when you are sitting less, so you think a lot. What are the improvements? So a lot of system improvements have happened, and decision making has become very fast. Suppose your colleague has suggested something, or when you are talking on a Zoom call with your distributor, something, you there and you decide and take decision, it is implemented. Similarly, in products, innovation, launching new products, our speed increased, because here you think of a product that we need such type of a product. You talk to the production people, plants are working, next 3-4 days product is coming, you again test it, whatever, and all your media or advertising agencies are working from home. I mean, we had given the Amul topical more than during first 2 months of lockdown, more than 12 topicals had come. Similarly, we had given like 8 TV campaigns during the first 3 months of lockdown. So innovations are there, and I think it will continue. I mean, in the food, one has to be keep on innovating, launching new products.
I remember when 10 years back, people started having pizza. The pizza culture grew. You saw the growth of Domino's Pizza or whatever. You started these pizza, wherever at the retail store.
Yeah.
So I have in a small way. And innovation doesn't mean doing something very big. It's about filling in a need. That is also innovation. So now let me take some audience questions. One question first is from an anonymous attendee. You've always been a company that has been run on innovation. What's the biggest innovation that has come about during the lockdown? The person is also asking, you will have entered into range of immunity boosting products. Are there new offerings to look forward to?
Yeah. See, again, I'm saying innovation we have been doing in product which you are noticing, whether immunity boosting beverages like, or the immunity boosting ice creams. I think the Indian sweets is a big category, which we
Yes,
are,
very.
that is
People
going
are
to give us a big business. I mean, there have been surprises also. Like, let me tell you,
absolutely
chocolates, no doubt, Amul is the market leader in dark chocolates in India today. And the type, I mean, I also don't know how and where we are selling this much in chocolate. I mean, so much demand is coming.
right.
Same in cheese. So, in the other innovation, let me tell you, the innovation in distribution we did is, we found that ice cream, we have got total separate supply chain for ice cream distributor, and there was no business. So we moved these people to our dairy products, because dairy products distributor was not able to meet the market requirement during those 2 or 3 hours window during lockdown. So with these people also coming, number of people increased to service the market. So they got the livelihood, and they got the business and use of their infrastructure, and we could service market better. That is why people could find Amul products available all over.
Beautiful. Uh, I think the sweets category, any, you, I don't want to take the name of another brand, but kuch meetha ho jaye. So, we celebrate with sweet. We celebrate with,
Cadbury said,
yeah,
Cadbury said,
it's like,
yeah.
we celebrate with sweets. So sweet is, and we all have a sweet tooth because we've grown up like that. कि खाने के बाद कुछ मीठा खाना है, right? वो आदत है, it is a habit, it's difficult to break. Our children have also become, there has to be a dessert. So Indian sweets, one for celebrations, for occasions, for events in the family, it's part of the celebration. So if Amul enters that in a big way, I'm sure there will be a huge market. There is a huge market for that. Let me take another 8 questions. Harish Chaudhary is asking, you're based in Gujarat, and Amul is a 74-year-old brand. Wadilal and Havmor continue to be big regional brands in Gujarat. So has it limited the growth of Amul ice creams in Gujarat? And why have Wadilal and Havmor not been able to grow outside Gujarat? And, and there are some other questions. They're not related.
Yeah,
so I'd like to take them one by
one. You see, it is true that Havmor is equally old what Amul is. I think they started in also 40s. Amul also started 40s. So Wadilal had come about 30 or 40, 45 years. Both are, I mean, you can say all these three are old, trustworthy brand of Gujarat, and both Havmor and Wadilal very good job in developing this ice cream category in Gujarat. So all are doing well. But Amul today is number one brand, not only in India, in Gujarat also. And I do agree that they are not, now they have last few years, they could not expand all over India. It is, you see, one has to understand, in case of any dairy products, it is not like making soaps that you can source the raw material from anywhere. In any dairy product, you need to source the good raw material, which is milk. So until unless any dairy company or brand has got very reliable source of good quality of raw material milk, you can't expand overnight. So naturally, they may be having that constraint. And then also the resources. I mean, for us, ice cream is a very, very small business. I mean, let me tell you, it is only 5% of our total business. For them, it is 100%. So for us, investments in this, even if we double the investments, it is not a very big investment as far as our total about 800 crore rupees investment every year we make. So if we even invest 150, 200 crore every year, it's not a big investment for us.
Fantastic. There are more questions, and they're all related questions. So you answered some of them before. It's like slash question. While you said that you raised your marketing budgets, could you tell us how the marketing mix changed? How did the spread of the budget between various media change for you? Ashraf Engineer is asking that.
Engineers. You see, we no doubt we doubled, but our spend increased 3-4 times on the news. Okay, one thing. On social media increased 2 times. And we are also big spender on sports, let me tell you. And during those 2-3 months, there were no big sporting events. But as soon as the European league started, EPL or Italian league or UEFA Champions League, we immediately started investing in. I mean that. So, and then as soon as little bit news press started, we started investing. There also, I think most of the press people gave very good about OnePlus. I mean, the first time I saw in the press, everybody is offering 1+1. You put one ad in the newspaper, you get one free. So we look for it. So naturally, news spend increased tremendously.
Fantastic. Ashraf, I hope you got your answer, and I'm sure you're tracking what we are doing. Kuldeep Sharma is asking, how did you manage to churn out so many innovative dairy products during COVID? How was the packaging arranged for these products during COVID? Kuldeep Sharma is asking. AGV Narayanan is asking, dear Mr. Sodhi, are there any plans to replicate the Amul's cooperative success story in other parts of the country, say South India? Arnab Mishra is asking, what is the thought process behind launching new product during this situation? Kuldeep Sharma is again asking.
अरे आप रुकिए मैं भूल जाऊंगा.
हाँ. मुझको ना वो एक बारी में देखना पड़ता है सारे क्वेश्चन. या तो यहाँ देखूं या यहाँ देखूं. नहीं
वो मैं भूल जाऊंगा. देखिए, पहली बात तो कोविड में जो लॉन्चिंग कुलदीप शर्मा जी ने बोला नैम, देखिए हमारे यहाँ से जो प्रोसेस ऑफ डेवलपिंग न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स, वी डू नॉट हैव एनी सेपरेट न्यू प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट डिवीजन. द regular people, the quality assurance, the production people work together, and we have got so many plants. So suppose we want to develop, I just give you example of haldi milk. So we are making beverages at around 10 plants, cool and lassi and buttermilk. So we gave one plant, please, 2 plants, you work on haldi milk. They immediately work in their plant and make few samples, and once they were satisfied with the product, they bring it to us within Gujarat. So it comes to us every evening 6:30 after the session. We'll be having a tasting session where any new our product or the competitor's product or any other category food we taste it. So we taste it. If a new product has come, let us taste. Sugar is more. We say reduce करिए. इसमें हल्दी का फ्लेवर ज्यादा आ रहा है, इसको कम कीजिए और thickness बढ़े. But these types of improvements, we give it back after again a week. New product comes, you again do it. Side by side, once product is being, advertising agency is told how to design the label. Coming to the packaging material, let me tell you, Anurag, when I'm talking about the relationship, we ensure that all our packaging material suppliers, their factories also get permissions. We talk to Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Animal Husbandry. We sent communication to all the collectors all over India because our packaging materials suppliers are all over India. Each collector that such and such factory in your district is supplying raw packaging material to an essential product like milk. So we got approval. So packaging material suppliers are also working. So they develop the product. So that is the thing. Now coming to Mr. Narayan, other parts, especially South, I do agree, we are less entrenched, we are not good penetrative as well as South, because we were mainly focusing in West, North and East, because in the South, the companies have been working well. But lately we realized, we have recently, about a week's back, had got into MOU with the government of Andhra Pradesh, where we will be setting up our Amul type of milk procurement, processing and marketing in the major markets of the South, because the Andhra Pradesh location is such that one side it is touching Odisha, then other south it is touching Tamil Nadu. So you can reach to Chennai for such product, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, all this. So we have got now big plans. Another 5 years you will see we'll be investing a lot in South, and then we'll be entering into other states of South. So like Amul is visible and available in the other three direction. South you will be also see in 3 to 5 years.
Brilliant. See, he's kind of a mind reader. He knew that you were doing this and he's asked you a question like this. There are more questions. Questions are growing as the time is going. Partha-Sarthi Natarajan is asking an observation. Mr. Sodhi, congratulations to you and your team for showcasing the passion, commitment, and perseverance in managing Amul brand. No wonder the brand is also close to the hearts of consumers, in addition to milk products, logistics owners, and distributors. So this is more a comment.
No, let me tell you, Mr. Rajan, this Amul is not owned by any individuals. Amul brand is owned by every Indian. You may be a milk producer, you may be a distributor, you may be a logistic partner, or you may be a consumer. Because Amul is a brand of common man of India. I mean, everybody owns it, and everybody feels very patriotic about Amul brand because Amul brand is the biggest food or FMC brand in India, and owners are very small, very lower class Indians. So I think we should feel proud that one brand we also own it.
Yeah, this is a true example of Atmanirbhar India. I don't think there cannot be a better example, and it's been done over the years. So there are lots of congratulatory messages. There's one question that an anonymous attendee is asked: what do you think the agencies can do better? How can agencies improve themselves? You've been working with the same agency for many years. You have the same. He's the managing director of the company, but he's the account manager on Amul, Shashi Sinha, right? You had the same, kind of advertising marketing partners. But if you had to make one input on what the agency partners could improve upon, what can they do better? How can they reinvent their own offering? What would that be?
I think there are, I'll tell you two things. One is because agencies are basically creative people. And you take their service because that is the competence agency have got. One is the creativity and the media. That is also part of creative linking both of things. And they have to be mild. I think what we have learned over a period of time is that creativity is very good, but consistency in communication is very important. I mean, no doubt, I get a lot of ideas every day, and I can design every 7 days new positioning, new communication for each product, and which may be very relevant for the product. But we have seen if you want to build a brand, you need to have consistency in communication, be it positioning or anything. The other thing which I think is where agencies have to work a lot, they have to come out of thinking of Bombay or Pedder Road or other things. I mean, India is a vernacular. So our thinking, our whole creativity, our execution has to be more vernacular. I mean, that is my interaction with is that we have to see that how we can bring vernacular thinking in creativity. What happens? You think in English and then translate to vernacular, and then you think in vernacular and translate. That is totally different.
Beautiful. So, he's again talked about, see, he's a business person. Again, it's common sense. Today the unit economics of everything are changing. We must recognize that we live in a different environment than we did 6 months back. So there is a question from R. Ralston. Does Amul plan to launch organic milk considering COVID situation and people getting health conscious apart from the immunity boosting products? Kanishka Chaudhary is saying Amul is a brand full of emotions. Sonu Grover is saying brilliant session. Mr. Sodhi's positivity shines through. He stands tall as a leader in these crisis times. Sneha Vaingankar, true that. Manasi KG, great to see him back. The only brand that continued to communicate the right way even during the pandemic. Ikshit Mistry, thank you for getting Mr. Sodhi again. So there are lots of comments. I think We've exhausted the
Thank
questions.
you. Thank you for the very encouraging inputs and inspiring feedback. Well, you see, organic product is a craze, and we also want to do it. But let me tell you, if we put any product in Amul brand, firstly, we have to be sure that it matches. I mean, if I say cow ghee, I have to be 100% sure. I mean my quality and that this is made out of 100% cow milk. We can't just write it is and say yellow color, so it is cow. No, I mean that is not in our DNA. So organic we want, but let me tell you, India first thing is there's no surety what milk you will get to be 100%. Third, there's no reliable certifying agencies in India for the type of process required. That is, I mean, lot of products. I don't want to say, but let me tell you, there's no 100% reliability that what product you buy is organic in India.
Thank you, Mr. Sodhi, for taking on the questions directly and answering them. Absolute, honestly, we thank you for talking to Exchange for Media.
Thank you.
And we look forward to another conversation. And we continue to consume your product. As I told you last time, I consume a lot of Amul dark chocolates. You know, they're fantastic. They're as good as any other product. So I'm sure in the new products that you're launching, that Amul quality, that Amul assurance will come through, and I'm sure they'll become category leaders in some time. Thank you. God bless you. And we look forward to talking to you soon again. Thank you, Mr. Sodhi.
Thank you, Anurag ji. Thank you very much.